I'm curious about when you call homosexuality a choice and you see it as somehow doing something to society. I mean, what about how people are eating and becoming obese all of the time and making choices that are terrible? Why don't you speak out against that? That's gluttony, isn't it?
That's
I mean,
gluttony,
why
that's
is this
true.
one issue
Because
emphasized more by
Okay.
Christians like yourself?
Okay, that's a very good question. Because this one issue hits at the very fabric of our society, the foundation of marriage, that unit that brings up the children, that perpetuates societies to come, or days, years to come, generations to come, posterity. And there are studies to show that children do better in a two-parent family, man and woman. And for instance, I think it's Norway, they've been in the 80s, Norway sanctioned civil marriages, and in the 90s they sanctioned same-sex marriage. And three things, let's see if I can remember this, three things that have happened. Number one, out-of-wedlock births has soared. Number two, traditional marriages have gone down. And number three, same-sex marriages have not increased.
But here we have Sarah Palin's daughter, out-of-wedlock child, and she's heterosexual.
That's true, and that's a sin, just like homosexuality is a sin, the way I believe the Bible teaches. It's violating...
I mean, it wasn't homosexuality that caused that. It was heterosexuality.
No, it wasn't. That's true. Sin is sin. It doesn't matter whether it's gluttony, it doesn't matter whether it's homosexuality, it doesn't matter whether it's stealing or lying. You know, there is a moral law. That moral law is broken, and so you have to deal with it. The homosexuality...
So then why this issue? Why take up this particular issue so strongly if all of these things are sins?
Because, as I said, this is the issue that hits at the heart of what a society is founded upon, the family. You have to have the family, a mother and a father who love one another, who love their children, and who rear their children up with security and love and perpetuation of posterity.
Do you think that the problem we've seen with the breakdown in marriage and divorce skyrocketing is because of homosexuality?
Not. I never once said that was the root cause. There are many causes for the breakdown of the family. So I'm not pinning it all on homosexuality. Well, for one thing, what are the causes? I think the fact that we live in a society today that the husband is out there working so much to make a living and materialism, and we don't honor the family unit, the commitment to one another. We have a society today that is focused upon sex, and you know, I remember many years ago, I'm almost 62, when I was in high school, you know, there was this thing where, you know, boys can play around but girls can't, you know, and that's just kind of, you know, today everybody plays around, you know,
should we go back to where the boys can play around but the girls can't?
No, I think we should go to where people, everybody has, hey, I want to save myself for marriage.
You had once said something about our minds are becoming so open, something about our brains.
I did say that once.
What was that phrase?
What did I say? I said I think we're becoming so open-minded that our brains are falling out. That's what I said.
And is that something you still believe? That
I do.
The more
I do because...
things and open our minds, the more we're...
Well, what I meant by that statement, young man, is this: that we're embracing anything goes society. And I don't believe that anything goes. I believe that there is a right and there is a wrong, and that we need to abide by that.